Hey students, our essential question this week is, what kinds of bugs do you know about? There's so many. In a second, we're gonna sing a song about a spider. We can use the word bugs when we talk about spiders or insects. You ready to sing the song with me? You may have heard this one before. It's called Eensy, Weensy Spider. You ready? Here we go. Eensy, weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the eensy, weensy spider went up the spout again. I used to sing that song when I was little. That song reminds me about bugs. In a minute, we're going to read a story about bugs. But before we do, we have to talk about our vocabulary words. The first word I'd like to tell you about is curious. If you're curious, you want to learn more about something. In this picture, the girl is curious about space travel. So she's reading a book to learn more about it. Curious. Let's say that word one time together. Curious. The next word is observe. When you observe, you closely watch something or someone. In this picture, the coach will observe the baseball players during the game. Do you like to observe bugs? Why or why not? Interesting words indeed. All right, now we get to read a story about a boy and all of the different bugs that he likes. Have you ever observed or looked at bugs outside? I wonder if they're going to be some of the same type of bugs that are in our story. Before we read though, I noticed some tricky words in the story. They would help us if we knew what they mean. The first word is glide. If you glide, you move smoothly. Have you ever had socks on a slippery floor and glided across the surface? I have. Another word that I noticed that was a little unfamiliar to me was whiny. Whiny means a high-pitched sound. If you talk like this, you might be being whiny. And then the third word that I wanted to go over before we read is frilly. Something frilly is something decorated or pretty. All right, now let's take a look at the front cover of our book. I see the title up at the top, I Love Bugs. And I notice one of our sight words up here. When I is used as a word, when you're talking about yourself, it will always be capitalized. And looking at the front cover, I see the boy is observing a bug through a magnifying glass or a hand lens. That's a good tool for looking at bugs up close. All right, let's read and find out all about the different bugs in this book. This is a fiction story, so in this case, the characters and animals in the story are made up. Here we go. I love bugs. I love all bugs. Big bugs and small bugs. I love springy, jumpy, leapy bugs and slimy, crawly, creepy bugs. Ooh, I hear some rhyming words in our story. Listen for those rhyming words, the ones that sound the same at the end. I love hard, spiky, spiny bugs and pretty, spotty, shiny bugs. Does anybody know what this type of bug is up here? It's called a ladybug. I hear the sound O for the letter L in ladybug. I love fuzzy, sunny honeybugs and furry, worry funny bugs. So we have bees on this page. I love brightly colored wing bugs and stripy, swipey sting bugs. Ooh, so there's a lot of bugs on this page. Looks like some butterflies and maybe a wasp. I love whiny, buzzy sound bugs and glide across the ground bugs. Ooh, all right, so up here we have a fly, it looks like. Ooh, and down here, these guys are spooky. We have a centipede, and they glide smoothly across the ground. Next time you see a centipede, notice how it moves. All right, I love flouncy, frilly flutterbugs and silly clitter clutter bugs. So many different types of bugs. I love fly around the light bugs and curl up tight bugs. Sometimes bugs like to fly towards the light. Yes, I love all bugs. Hop and fly and crawl bugs. Whoa, let's look closely at this page. So many different types of bugs. Are there any bugs on this page that you've seen before? If you need to pause the video, you can do that. Let's keep reading. But the best bugs are hairy bugs, 8-legged scary bugs. Does anybody know what bug he's talking about? I see its home. It lives in a web. The hang from the ceiling bugs. This looks like a spider. What sound do you hear in the beginning of spider? Yeah, the S sound. And send me squealing bugs. So he likes all bugs, but in this case, it looks like he got a little spooked by the spider. And I actually like spiders too, but I get a little spooked myself. So think about all the different types of bugs we read about in our story. Have you ever seen any of those same type of bugs?